Some commentators and activists just can't stop abusing Margaret Court, our greatest female tennis player, who was this week honoured by Tennis Australia for winning all 4 Grand Slam titles 50 years ago. Now, I just don't get this campaign to denigrate her. I mean, true, she's against same-sex marriage, I know that, but she's also the head of a church that every day hands out food aid to dozens and dozens of families. And I wonder if her critics do anything half as good for people. Yet, yesterday, once again, we had 2 American celebrities, former players, abusing their access to the Australian Open courts to again attack Margaret Court. Martina Navratilova and John McEnroe took a banner onto the court to demand our Margaret Court Arena be renamed the Yvonne Goolagong Arena. Joining me for Culture Wars again this year is the brilliant Rowan Dean, the very suave editor of The Spectator Australia, subscribed now, as I do, and host of the Outsiders program on Sky News on Sundays, 9 a.m, rating at Socks Off. Rowan, it's wonderful to see you again.
Good to see you, Andrew.
Well, it should be good for you after that build-up. Rowan, 2 Americans demanding Australia rename a stadium named after an Australian champion. Your response?
Well, the first thing I'd say, Andrew, having just watched your excellent interview there, your previous interview, I would say if we are going to rename the stadium, can we please call it, or the arena, can we please call it the Amanda Stoker Arena? Because so much common sense, and that is what we have so little of. But on a serious note, the hypocrisy of this thing is just disgusting and sky high. Let's just begin with the 2 characters involved, John McEnroe and Martina Navratilova. Both those tennis greats, and they are tennis greats, have quite happily played at Dubai, taken the money to play at Dubai. You know, it's one of the great tennis tournaments of the world, and they both quite happily played there, and I don't remember a peep out of either of them. I don't remember them holding up any signs in Dubai saying, please stop flogging homosexuals, please make, please make homosexuality not a crime in this place. So they're quite happy to take the money when it suits them to go to some place which is genuinely homophobic. So let's just put that there first. Secondly, let's not forget, of all people, Martina Navratilova should actually have a long, hard look in the mirror at this. Only last year, she was pilloried on Twitter. She was this dreadful cancel culture, which you've referred to before, where people are shamed and kicked out of their jobs, and in this instance, trying to shame Margaret Court, take her name off the arena because of something she said. Martina Navratilova only last year came out, shades of what Amanda Stoker was talking about, came out criticising the role of the kind of whole transgender push within the sporting community. She was absolutely hounded. She was kicked off various committees and so on for having done this. So she should realise how poisonous what she is doing is. Now, let's just be really frank here. Margaret Court made some comments in our plebiscite, in the run-up to our plebiscite, about her religious beliefs about same-sex marriage. The reason we have a plebiscite in a democracy like ours is to canvass people's views. People can put their views out there. You have a vote at the end. And in Australia, 1 in 2 people, Andrew, did not vote yes. 1 in 2 people voted either no or decided that they didn't care either way and chose not to vote. 1 in 2 people voted yes, yet 50% of the population said, that's fine, you've won, that's it, we're all happy to live with that result and move on. But to then turn around and start vilifying and worse, punishing people for the views they expressed in the run-up to that plebiscite is totalitarian. It is sick. And again, Martina Navratilova, of all people, knows what communism is like. She spent her life fighting totalitarianism, yet here she is embracing the very tools of totalitarianism, shaming people for views they expressed legitimately when they were asked those views.
And the hypocrisy doesn't end there. Emirates sponsor happens to be from owned by an Arab country that bans homosexuality. McEnroe, the Manners police, the same bloke that was kicked out of the Australian Open in 1990 after swearing at officials and intimidating a lineswoman. It's just so incredible to me. But there you go, that's the modern day.